I'm feeling a little better so I can actually talk about movies. The last few days I've been feeling absolute awful, but I feel slightly better. So it gives me no excuse to not talk about movies. Anyways, the movie that we're talking about today in this little double feature that I did is Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle is an action sci-fi adventure film. An alien scarab chooses college graduate Jaime Reyes to be its symbiotic host, bestowing the teenager with a suit of armor that's capable of extraordinary and unpredictable powers, forever changing his destiny as he becomes the superhero known as Blue Beetle. Film's runtime is 127 minutes. Film's rating is PG-13 in color. So Blue Beetle, this is a film that I had zero hype for. This film's trailer didn't have anything that intrigued me. I saw the trailer and thought, well, this looks like any other superhero movie that I've seen in the past few years. But I still went to it, and because that's just how I am, I keep the superhero theater tradition. I've been going to see superhero movies in theaters since 2016. Ever since I saw, Doctor Strange. Ever since then, I've consistently seen every superhero movie except for, say, the New Mutants. But I think I dodged a bullet. But other than that, I've seen pretty much every superhero film. And yeah, Blue Beetle is a surprise, that's for sure. I enjoyed this movie. I had a good time with the movie. It's, of course, like any other superhero movie. It has its comedy, but it has heart. So that's what matters. The film has its heart, has the family aspect, which I really did enjoy. That was probably the best aspect of this film, and I enjoyed this movie. I thought Blue Beetle was an actual good movie. I had a really good time with this film. And the performances are good. You got the main guy, Blue Beetle, who's young kid that just came back from college, and his family's in debt. And he's trying to help however he can, and he gets this little thing that turns him into a superhero, and he's trying to deal with it. And I like the main guy. I think the dude is really good. He's a good actor. I remember seeing him in Cobra Kai. It was a pretty damn good part in that show, and he's good in the movie. He's likable. He's a likable protagonist, and you like the character. I thought the dude portrayed the guy very well. But the supporting actors are hilarious. Specifically the family. You got George Lopez, the uncle, is just great. He's hilarious. He's probably, every time he's on screen, he steals the show. I think George Lopez was hilarious. The grandmother, the Nana, who has war stories, is probably the most entertaining character. A character that you're like, wow. I hope they do a movie about her backstory, about her back in the day. It'd be fun. And all around, just the family, the dad, who is the one that gives him the motivation, who, even through tough moments, he's always positive. And the mom is good too. The sister, being the young girl who's, a little annoying, but she's good. She's pretty solid. The love interest is pretty, she's there. She's in the movie. She's not the most, yeah, she's there. The villain is this racist woman who wants to get the scarab and make money and make weapons. And yeah, she's a racist and is it's entertaining. I mean, she's not a good villain. She's not gonna be a villain. She's like a villain of the day type of villain, like the villain of like a comic book strip, like nothing you're gonna remember. So she was alright. The henchman guy was pretty cool, and at the end you get this really like cool backstory that I didn't expect. I thought that was pretty cool. But all around, performances are pretty solid, but the family just really makes this movie as good as it can be. The direction is pretty damn good. I think this is a very well directed movie for this guy making a big movie for the first time. The writing, the comedy works. It's the character of Jaime Reyes is likable, so that's what's important. You make a likable protagonist, you're gonna have an enjoyable time with the movie. Not like fucking Captain Marvel or something. But the guy was likable. Chemistry, though, is amazing. That's honestly the movie. The family aspect is the best part of the film. The family and how they stick together through tough times is really, honestly, the best parts of the movie. It's awesome. The music score is really good. I actually thought the score for the film is pretty solid. The VFX are pretty solid. You know, sometimes they're noticeably like, you know, it's not the greatest, but that's like one in moments. But as a whole, I thought the VFX was pretty solid. And cinematography is pretty good, well shot film. I love the action scenes. I like that, you know, they didn't do shaky cam. They made it, they actually do like consistently one shot for some of the action scenes. I thought that was pretty cool. And all in all, I enjoyed Blue Beetle. I really enjoyed this film. Of course, this is a Hispanic household, so it's, well, I'll be more specific, a Mexican household, and me being with a Mexican girlfriend, I found myself enjoying this movie even more in a way where I'm like, I can have fun with this movie even more. Like, if you didn't grow up in a Mexican household, you might not get some things, but me personally, I mean, I'm not a Mexican, I'm Cuban. But being with my girlfriend and being around her family and stuff, I believe this film was hilarious. I felt like I enjoyed this movie even more with that experience, and with the music choices and stuff. Really, I enjoyed that. And like, I thought that was pretty gnarly. Like, at one moment they played a song that's like a very like Mexican song. Like, you're gonna expect to hear that when you go into like like if you have a girlfriend who's Mexican, and they have a party, you expect those music, and they put the music. I'm like, holy shit! I didn't expect. I was like flabbergasted. I did not expect to hear that in a superhero movie. So I'll give you that, Blue Beetle. You shocked me, and I felt like I enjoyed this movie even more being part of a different household, and I thought I enjoyed this movie more with that. And I'm gonna give it a solid 3 out of 5 stars. I really did enjoy Blue Beetle. It was a surprise. The trailer did nothing for it, and by the end I felt like, damn, that was a solid movie. I enjoyed it. I was very happy by the film, and I was very surprised. I thought it was gonna be maybe but I'm glad it was better than that. I'm glad I did by the end enjoy this movie, which I did.